You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube, what up? Welcome back to Channel Adrian TV. Y'all know me as Adrian, but before we get into today's video, y'all know what y'all need to do. Subscribe to this channel, like and comment on the videos. Also follow me on Rumble where I post, and if you have anything you want me to react to, sports, the dynamics between men and women, or an Ask Adrian question about your own personal life, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can hit me up on one of my socials. They'll be pinned in the description. No, y'all, unfortunately, we have a very sad video. You may have clicked the video and seen from the title how a boyfriend killed a man from giving his girlfriend a compliment. Now, I'm going to play the video and talk about why men like this are the most dangerous men in the world, because they're so emotional, they're willing to crash out over the smallest thing. And number two, why you should never throw your life away over a woman, regardless if she's in the right or wrong.
What exactly led up to a deadly shooting at a 7-Eleven gas station on Warwick Boulevard in Newport News? News 3's Leandra had uncovered court documents and has those details.
A tragic crime scene Friday evening at this 7-Eleven gas station in Newport News as police and investigators collected evidence trying to figure out why someone would want to take 24-year-old Michael Faison Jr.'s life. Court documents reveal the deadly shooting all started over a conversation about tattoos. 24-year-old Michael Faison was standing outside of the 7-Eleven gas station when a woman in a blue dress walked out of the gas station, catching his eye. Court documents reveal the woman was walking towards the parking lot of the 7-Eleven when she turned around to talk to Faison about tattoos and gave Faison her number. The conversation didn't sit well with the woman's boyfriend, 28-year-old Divine Jackson. Court documents say Jackson walked up to her and Faison, asking why Faison was talking to his girlfriend. An affidavit reveals Jackson then slapped Faison twice. Jackson took out a handgun, stepped towards Faison, and pointed it at Faison's face at a close range. Court documents say Faison took a step back, lifting his hands up in a non-threatening manner. Jackson's girlfriend states that Jackson, whose nickname is Sauce according to court documents, shot Faison. 24-year-old Faison later died at the hospital. Court documents reveal Jackson and his girlfriend ran towards the gas pumps and got into a black BMW sedan. Investigators found the BMW later that night and arrested Jackson at his home in Newport News. 28-year-old Divine Jackson is being charged with second-degree murder and the use of a firearm to commit a felony.
A deadly shooting at a 7-Eleven in Newport News 2 years ago. News 3 has obtained some surveillance video of what led up to that shooting that left a 24-year-old man dead and another behind bars.
Surveillance video shows the gunman, 30-year-old Divine Jackson, walking up to the victim, 24-year-old Michael Faison Jr., with a gun in hand. Court documents say the victim, complimenting the gunman's girlfriend's tattoos, led up to that deadly shooting. July 8, 2022 is the day 24-year-old Michael Faison Jr. was murdered. I first brought you this story 2 years ago when I combed through court documents. Take a look at this video. You can see the gunman's girlfriend walking out of the 7-Eleven convenience store on Warwick Boulevard when she catches the eye of Michael Faison Jr. The two start chatting, but court documents say the conversation didn't sit well with the woman's boyfriend, 30-year-old Divine Jackson. After the two exchange words, Jackson walks up and approaches the man with a gun in hand. He then punches Faison. Moments later, Jackson shoots and kills Faison. And a few moments later, surveillance video shows Jackson and his girlfriend running away from the crime scene. A Newport News jury found Jackson guilty of first-degree murder last summer, which has a mandatory sentence of at least 20 years. Jackson is awaiting sentencing. I spoke to attorney Jeremy Mason with Mason Legal, who is not connected to the case, about sentencing guidelines.
There's a strong chance you could give him life because I think judges want to deter this, the type of senseless killing. Based off how the video looks, premeditated, it was senseless killing. The guy was not threatened at all. Technically, his hands was up.
Faison's family was too distraught to do an interview, but his sister released this statement about the gunman, saying, quote, "I don't want him ever getting out. I want him to stay in prison forever. I miss my brother. He worked at Jiffy Lube off of J. Clyde Morris Boulevard," end quote. The gunman, Divine Jackson, is scheduled to be sentenced Friday morning in the Newport News Circuit Court. We'll update you once he is sentenced. I'm Leandra Head, News 3. A Newport News judge sentenced 30-year-old Divine Jackson to life in prison for shooting and killing 24-year-old Michael Faison Jr. That homicide happened at a Newport News 7-Eleven gas station in July of 2022, and it was all caught on camera. The victim's family says that they are pleased with that sentence.
Finally relieved that it's over. I do believe the family is remorseful. Him, I'm not so much believing, but he didn't really sound remorseful.
Melanie Faison, Michael Faison Jr.'s mother, believes justice was served in court for her son's killer.
He's not getting out anytime soon. You know, like it was pointed out, Mikey's not going to be able to get married. He's not going to have any kids. You know, not going to be maybe walk his sisters down the aisle at some point.
Surveillance video shows the gunman, Jackson, walking up to the victim, 24-year-old Michael Faison Jr., with a gun in hand. Court documents say the victim was complimenting the gunman's girlfriend's tattoos, which led to the deadly shooting. After the judge sentenced the 30-year-old to life in prison, he turned around and looked at the victim's family to apologize. Jackson read a statement in court saying that his impulsive reaction took another man's life. He said, quote, "I never intended to kill an innocent man," end quote. Jackson also stated that he was drunk when he shot Faison. Before the judge sentenced Jackson, his mother took the stand, asking the judge to be lenient with the sentence. In addition to the life sentence for murder, the judge also gave Jackson 3 years for the firearm in commission of a felony charge.
Man, it's a tough situation and it's not a laughing matter. This is why I think topics like this need to be discussed to all men, and including women. It's not worth to throw your life away over something so small like that. And if you're watching this and say that she was being disrespectful for being around that guy, even though he came over to try to get her to leave, I would have just left instead of escalating the situation, because you have to think about the aftermath. This man is in jail for life. And I know his mother was on the stand trying to get the judge to lessen the charge, but no, I don't feel bad for him. Any man that reacts emotional like this, willing to crash out over the smallest thing, this does not make you tough. It makes you stupid. And one of the things I like about my channel is I'm trying to get the message out there. Men, you get no cool points or no tough points for being a man, for doing something reckless and stupid like this. He deserves everything he got. And then you have to think about it. This woman, after that crime was committed, she got in the car with him. And that's why if I was that other gentleman, I would have just left it alone. If when her boyfriend would have came into the situation, I would have saw that he was with her, and I could tell if someone's happy or not in the mood just from body language and tone, I would have just left the situation. Now, I'm not saying it's his fault, he passed away, but the thing is, you have to understand, you have people reckless, willing to shoot anybody over anything. And I don't care what the reason is. I don't care if you catch your wife cheating on you. It is not worth to throw your whole entire life away, because now this man is going to be rotting away in jail, which he deserves since he did commit a crime which was uncalled for. She literally could get a new guy within the next week or even the next day. Think about that. Why that man is lost his life sitting in jail over something stupid. Men, listen to me. If you are reckless like this and emotional to do something like this and take someone's life away over a woman that's entertaining someone else, you need to get help and you need to learn how to get discipline and self-control over your emotions. Now, I know that may be hard for you, but you need to learn, because I know a lot of men who are emotional when it comes to women, and in my personal opinion, they are simps, but it is what it is. The most dangerous thing in this world is a simp, an emotional man, because things like this will happen. And this is not a funny matter, and I feel sad for that mom. I feel sad for both parents. You have one set of parents who lost a child and they'll never be able to see him again, and then you have another parent who lost a child that's in jail that she'll never be able to be around again, all because of something reckless. And it's not the woman's fault, because if I was that man and I said let's go and she didn't want to leave, I would have just left her. She could have got an Uber. So men and women, please learn from this mistake. Do not make emotional decisions like this that could change your whole entire life. Because as I said in a lot of videos, y'all know one of the messages I've always said is there are some mistakes you can't come back from. And this happens to be one of them for this young man. Y'all remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Be smart out there and don't do anything stupid.